Ashenberger, and today I'd like to talk about the effects of medical marijuana. How many of you currently have your own views and opinions on the arising question of should we allow medical marijuana into our own society? I've thoroughly researched this topic, and I am a citizen of the country that is considering medical marijuana. Medical marijuana will affect our society in some way. Today we'll talk about the 3 ways that it will affect our society. We'll talk about the effects on a person. We'll talk about the medical conditions and regulations on medical marijuana. And we will talk about public opinion on the distribution of medical marijuana. Medical marijuana has effects on the body and mind. So it's very important that people in society understand what those effects are. The physical and mental effects of medical marijuana have the potential to be very dangerous. The recorded side effects of medical marijuana are bloodshot eyes, depression, dizziness, accelerated heartbeat, hallucinations, and low blood pressure. It also happens to affect judgment and coordination. And teenagers using medical marijuana can be at risk of affecting IQ and mental function. One of the most popular ways to take marijuana is to smoke it. And there is a chance that smoking marijuana could be as harmful to your lungs as smoking a cigarette. The effect of smoking marijuana has not been proven, but it could possibly increase your chances of bronchitis and other lung diseases. It's also referred to as a gateway drug, and taking marijuana could possibly increase your chances of future drug use. Now, medical marijuana does have a popular influence on certain illnesses, and that is why medical marijuana has been given popularity over the years. It has been proven that medical marijuana can help with symptoms such as reduce anxiety, reduce inflammation, relieve pain, that it can control nausea and vomiting, kill cancer, relax tight muscles, and stimulate appetite. Medical marijuana is used to treat a multitude of different conditions, but according to Von Miller, it's not medically proven to help any of these conditions, with a few exceptions. Medical marijuana is a very controversial topic, so there are very few conditions that can be treated with it. It is also a very highly regulated drug. Every condition treated with medical marijuana is not fully helped by the medical marijuana, but many have the ability to be helped with medical marijuana. Medical marijuana is used to treat Alzheimer's, appetite loss, cancer, Crohn's disease, anorexia, epilepsy, glaucoma, mental health conditions, and multiple other diseases. Medical marijuana rose to popularity when it was claimed to help with seizure control. Epidiolex has recently been FDA approved, and it causes a drop in seizures. Every medical drug needs regulations, and medical marijuana especially needs regulations because of its passive recreational use. In order to obtain medical marijuana, you have to have a written recommendation from a licensed doctor, and you have to live in a state where medical marijuana is legal. Medical marijuana has been legalized in the District of Columbia and 33 states, but all of those states are regulated and they have certain illnesses that it can be used for. It's not just free reign medical marijuana. Restricted use is allowed in Alabama, Georgia, Iowa, Kentucky, Mississippi, Missouri, North Carolina, South Carolina, Virginia, Wisconsin, and Wyoming. Now, all of these pros and cons of medical marijuana are very important, but one of the most important things are what do our fellow citizens think about medical marijuana. Public opinion is very important because it can play into the future of medical marijuana. Because citizens in America have the ability to vote and pass laws, it's very important that we know what the public is thinking about. Medical marijuana support has grown over time. Currently, about 6 in 10 Americans, which is about 62%, say the use of marijuana should be legalized. And about 69% of Democrats agree with medical marijuana, and 45% of Republicans agree with legalized medical marijuana. Politicians are also a very important part of public opinion because they are the ones actually writing and passing laws. Medical marijuana has been barred throughout 18 states and Washington, D.C. by federal law. But judiciary reviews have elicited a diverse response to medical marijuana through its rulings over several decades, according to Rubens M. Medical marijuana does affect our society. There's really no way to put it. We've talked about the 3 points. I think we should all take the time to understand what kind of world we want to live in. Medical marijuana will affect that world, so I think it's important to know our own views and opinions and know what medical marijuana can help with. I want to thank you for your time.